Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it is me, the Batbran, here again with another Gotham episode review. This is, I think, forget what, episode 3 of part 2 of season 4, I think. Yes, episode 3, episode 3. Anyway, I'm going to jump right into this review and preview for next episode. First of all, how it all starts out is we get the guard goes, this Arkham Asylum guard goes over to Jervis Tetch's cell. And I forgot he was still in Arkham. I don't know why. And then Jervis does this thing to hypnotize one of the other guards, kills the guard that was coming in to check on Tetch, and then Tetch takes the keys and releases an old friend who I thought didn't even realize he was in Arkham, Scarecrow, Jonathan Crane, and then they go release Jerome, who I still think is the proto-Joker. He's not the Joker yet, but we're getting there. We're getting very close to Joker. I will say this. Near the end of the episode, what they did with him, I liked how Jonathan Crane, like Scarecrow, looked throughout the whole episode. He looked amazing. I liked the way his new style was, especially near the end of the episode where they gave him a new suit. And Jerome's new suit's pretty cool looking too. But my favorite thing that they gave was to Scarecrow. Scarecrow has the best outfit of all of them. They really did a really good job making Scarecrow look awesome in this season. They really did in Gotham. Kudos to you for doing that. Now, they escape. Then they release all the inmates, and they all escape Arkham. Jerome goes off and does his own thing. Scarecrow and Tetch do their own thing, basically. But Jerome wants out for a reason, and we find out about that later in the episode. But then we go to Jim. He's still struggling with what happened, and he wants to tell everybody what happened with Sophia, and he wants to come clean. But Harvey keeps telling him and keeps convincing him, no, you live with this. You live with this. This is your debt. And you pay it. You do, by getting people to trust you again, to repay your debt, you do deeds, and you let them believe in you, and you save their lives. And that's the debt you carry every day, knowing that what you did. And you repay that debt every day by doing what you do. But he gets all the cops fired up to go take down the super criminals. And they get to Jervis Tetch pretty quickly. And Jervis Tetch reveals his plan through a riddle, through rhyme, like he always does. That he is planning on getting a whole bunch of people to go up to the ledge and then jump to their death off the roof. Well, we find out it's through a radio station, and then Bullock does one of the greatest things a friend can do for him. He gets in the car, because they need to find out which radio station, because it could be any radio station in Gotham. So what they do is they get in the radio, Bullock gets in the car, and he just switches radio stations. Switches and switches, knowing very well that if he does it, he will be hypnotized to go on that roof and possibly jump off. Knowing well that he did that. But Jim, and that does happen to Harvey, he ends up going up on the roof and gets hypnotized, and leaving Jim to go take care of him by himself. But, what was it? Then we go to a scene with Jerome, and before that, though, we get a little scene with Selina and Bruce, they are on the lookout and trying to get to Jerome, to stop him. And it's I really like the direction they're going in. He is becoming Batman again, which you can tell, because he's saying about how Bruce is saying about how he feels obligated. Jerome is his responsibility. All this stuff, and that's kind of what Batman was. Joker is his responsibility. He seems responsible for creating Joker, for him being in this world and whatnot, and he needs to stop him. And that's kind of about right. But the tension between the two of them, you can cut with a knife. Let's just say that. It was very nice. I liked seeing their banter together again. It was really good to see them together again. And then we see a scene with Jerome in a diner with his uncle. And I love Jerome. He's my favorite character in the whole series. And I completely forgot. I didn't even know he had an uncle. I don't know if we specified that any early seasons or whatnot, but we're getting into his family. And the leaks are beginning to become more true each coming episode. And if you guys seen the leaks and the leaked photos and stuff, you know what I mean. But he goes there, and Jerome says some story about how he always had all these soups, and he loved this one soup that he kept picking on him and tortured him and would dunk his head into a really hot soup and stuff. And so what he did was, he said, "You didn't think I came prepared?" Well, the uncle did, and he got this big strong man from the circus that he used to be at to fight Jerome. Obviously, Jerome is not powerful enough to take on this big strong person, so he is easily subdued. And then he starts pouring hot soup down his gullet and down his face. And oh my lord, that's gotta hurt. Because first of all, he puts it in the microwave to steam it up really hot. So that would hurt. And then Bruce walks in. And he says, "What are you doing?" He says, "He deserves this." He said, "Don't you know who this is? This is Jerome Valeska." And he says, "No, he doesn't deserve this. This isn't justice." And that's Batman, ladies and gentlemen. That is the beginning and foundations of a Batman. If you're a true Batman fan, you know like how big that statement is. And he even says, "Call the police and they'll take care of this." And then he gets the big guy to go after Bruce. And obviously Bruce cannot subdue him. He tries to fight him. Which in turn lets Jerome turn on his uncle. And he wanted an address or something. What address? I'm thinking it's for these. I'm telling you, these leaks are truer and truer by the episode. We're gonna get Joker, and it's not the way you guys expect it. But let me see here. We also had. He decides. I love Jerome's little quirks. He truly is a great. They really did get a good person to play Joker, and in Gotham, they really did. And sorry. Anyway, he decides to get bleach and gets ready to pour the bleach down his uncle's throat. Well, then he decides to tell him the address. He tells him the address, and then he shoots and kills him. And then he turns around and he says, "You know what's even fun? You know what would be even funnier?" He goes, "You know what's really funny? You coming to save me. But you know what would be even funnier? Me saving you." He goes, No. He goes, "No. Letting the guy who you think that I'm going to save you from, letting him choke you out and kill you, and then killing him." But then, as he's choking him out, he turns around, Selina whips the gun out of his hand, takes the gun, and then I think shoots the big guy. I don't exactly remember, but it shoots the big guy, it takes the big guy out, and then gets ready to kill shoot Jerome and kill Jerome. And just when she's about to shoot Jerome, Bruce tackles her. And then she says, "Really?" She goes, "All this would have been taken care of if you just would have let me shoot him." But they're getting that romance between the two of them back again, which is good, because I miss seeing that between the two of them. I miss their banter together, and I miss the two of them together. It's Catwoman and Batman eventually. They're destined to be together.